Hey everybody, it's Thursday. You know what that means. We're going to talk about unblocking our finances, getting out of the way of our money. Let's make some money, okay? All right. So unblocking the finances. What I wanted to talk to you today, someone asked me about multiple streams. They wanted to hear more about multiple streams. Multiple streams. We want to have multiple streams of income coming in so we don't focus on spending all of our time trying to make $1. And when it's coming from one source, it's also a bad thing to have all your eggs in one basket. If it's coming from one source, then what could happen is if that company goes bankrupt or something happens and you get laid off, then you're going to have some kind of income coming in. So you're going to have to go find something else anyway. So it's good to have multiple things coming in and letting money or wealth build for you instead of, just spinning the wheels trying to get that one thing and living from paycheck to paycheck. So what we want to do is we want to focus on having money work for us. We spend a lot of time trading our time for dollars, and that's how the world usually works. Okay, you want me to pay you, you got to do this and this. And by the time you get paid, you're too tired to even spend the money, or the money goes to bills and you have overhead. And with that overhead, you're spending all of your time trying to satisfy that overhead. Well, what multiple streams does is all kind of helps, builds up where you don't have to spend so much time satisfying the overhead. So we trade money for dollars. We trade time for dollars, and unfortunately, we only have 24 hours. We only have 24 hours to live that one day. Fortunately, we have 24 hours just like everybody else. So you can learn from those who are actually doing what they're doing in their 24 hours. Now, some people spend all of their time doing nothing. And guess what? Because of multiple streams, that passive income, everything is being paid for. And they're living life and enjoying the time instead of trading it for dollars. The dollars are working for themselves. The money is making money while the person is sitting back and managing it. They manage the time and they manage the money. So if they want to spend time enjoying the time that they have, they can. And if they want to spend money, the money is working for itself. So guess what? If they spend a little bit, not too much, but if they spend a little bit, it's okay because they're managing their time and their money very well. That's what the wealthy does. Now, the average person, like I said, only has 24 hours. So they spend 8 hours or more working for that one source. And that one source is, satisfying the needs. But if the needs get bigger, then what they'll do is, let me tell you, let me put it to you like this. A lot of people think multiple streams means, okay, I can get another job. I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. But remember that mostly everything is, unless it's passive, there's still going to be some time spent. So if you work at another job, say if you work another 8-hour shift, oh yeah, well, you're going to make a lot of money. You're going to make 8 hours worth more money. Okay. So, but you're spending 16 hours working and you really need 8 hours of sleep. So your whole day is pretty much spent. But there's this bad thing right here that most people don't know about, but you know it through experience, but you didn't know there was a name for it. It's called Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law says that the income or the expenses will rise to meet the income. So the more money you make, guess what? The more expenses you're going to have. And unless you're doing something to manage that time for money trade-off, unless you're doing something to really, make it work for itself, those incomes, you know what? I make this much more money. How many have you seen this? As soon as you get a raise, boom, you buy a new car. You was paying $300 a month before. Now you're paying $600 a month because they say, hey, you can afford this now. You got this nice income coming. Why don't you go ahead and get this $600 a month car note? Parkinson's Law working against you. Now, what we have to do is break that. We have to break the law. Ooh, don't go to jail. But we break the law. And we have to find those multiple streams. And the way one of the things that I've read that I like, really like, is the compound effect according to multiple streams. Now, one example of this that I do, which it's not really making a lot of money because I don't invest a lot, but investments, the stock market, just think, if you bought $1 stock, okay? Now, what I've watched people do is they'll buy $1 stock, but they'll buy 1,000 shares of that $1 stock. And over time, just think, if that $1 stock that you bought 1,000 shares goes up to $10, compound effect, $10 times 1,000 is nice. That's a nice size profit. And all you did was invest $1 a share. Now, if you're not really watching it, if you're not managing your money and your time, and you just say, you know what, I'll let this go on autopilot, what could happen is the stock drops. Now, say it goes from $1 to 50 cents, and you didn't realize that it was going to do that. That means those $1,000 that you spent is only worth $500 if you sell it. If you sell that stock, you're only going to get $500. So, watch what you're doing. But passive income works like this. If I wanted to sell French fries and, I buy a French fry machine and people go up to the machine and buy, sells it for me. I'm not really there. It's working for me. I'm at home, sleep, or I'm on the beach, and French fry machine is just going, making the money for itself. It's paid itself off. It's paying dividends. It's paying the overhead. It's paying for me to go to the beach. We got to get that way, folk. We got to get that way, family. You know what I mean? So let's get some multiple things going, but careful. Parkinson's Law and managing your money and your time to be effectively living life the way God wants you to. Now, as far as the Bible goes, there's a lot of scriptures about money, but a lot of us pray. We pray, Lord, give me what I need. But if you can't handle it, we don't expect God, don't try to force God's hand into helping you fail because you're his kid and he don't want his kids to fail. So, just like I said, as soon as you start making more money, Parkinson's Law is going to come into effect and you're going to get all these opportunities. You know what, sir? You're making a lot more money. I think you would really like this vacation. Okay. Oh, man, I should have made $100,000 this year, but only have $7 in the bank. What happened? Manage your time and your money, okay? Love you guys. Thank you for spending time with me.